Hi everyone. So इस वीडियो में we will talk about para jumbles. Okay. So multiple things we will discuss in this video, and mostly we will be talking about the para jumbles and verbal ability in this video for TCS NQT 2026. Why it is very important, and I will just give you some questions with the solutions. Okay, how we need to solve the question and what is the importance of this section, because without it you cannot get selected in TCS. Okay, why it is so I will be explaining you, but before that सबसे पहले I will just explain you will just go through this playlist. This is a free playlist for TCS NQT verbal ability. There are a lot of videos available already. So in TCS NQT, two three things which we need to prepare. First is grammar, second is parajumbles, and third is reading comprehension. Mainly you can divide the English in three parts. One is English grammar, second is parajumble, and third is reading comprehension. Okay, in these three parts, grammar we already covered. Many questions we have covered with the rules in this playlist, okay, and it will help you a lot. It is totally a free playlist which you can use, okay. So this playlist link you will be getting in the description, also in the pin comment, which you can use for your free preparation, okay. Talking about the para jumbles, now we will be practicing the para jumbles, okay, and why it is important I will be explaining you. And RC means reading comprehension, definitely we will be practicing that also, okay. Now talking about para jumbles are very important, okay. Para jumbles are very important. Why they are important I will just explain you. So see, in TCS there are total 25 questions. Listen carefully the whole thing, okay. Listen carefully, please pay your 100% attention here, okay. So in verbal ability there is total 25 questions, okay, in 20 minutes, out of which you actually need to target at least 13 to 15 questions if you want to qualify, okay. So this would be your little bit safe score. Now this 25 questions, around 5 questions will be only from para jumbles, okay. Para jumbles. Apart from this, 8 to 10 questions you can expect from reading comprehension, and mostly the other parts will be English grammar, which will be concluding around 10 questions, okay. So listen carefully now. Suppose no one can get the achieve no one can achieve the 100% accuracy in English grammar. So suppose in 10 questions you can only able to solve 6 question in English grammar. Reading comprehension is difficult and very difficult. So out of 8 to 10, suppose you will only able to manage 3 to 4 questions in English grammar, okay. Now what is the most scoring part? The most scoring part is para jumbles. Out of 5 question you can easily able to do 4 to 5 question you can easily do, okay. So this is the main scoring part which will help you to crack TCS. But if you don't have much practice for para jumbles, definitely it can create the problems for you, okay. It can create problems for you, because without para jumbles you cannot be able to crack TCS verbal ability part, okay. So that's why it is very important to crack, okay, because RC reading comprehension will be very difficult, okay, and grammar no one can achieve the 100% accuracy. So for para jumbles it is easy to do the question. Only thing which will create the problem is the rules of para jumbles, which I will be explaining to you. Second thing, the timing, okay. So just keep in your mind that you need to solve the parajumble questions only in 30 seconds, okay. Per question you will be getting around 30 seconds. You can imagine that in the mind. And it is the most difficult part. It is not a MCQ based round, okay. It's a type in the box round, okay. Type in the box. So what is type in the box? That you need to give the right sequence of the paragraph in box. Like suppose you think 2 1 5 4 3 is a right sequence, you will type 2 1 5 4 3, okay. So this kind of typing you need to give in the box. You cannot eliminate the options and you can take the right option, because it is not a MCQ section, okay. So that's why it is difficult. So we will practice it, and don't worry, the things which I will be explaining you in the para jumbles, definitely you will be able to crack the. But the main thing, you actually need to practice it with the timer. How you will practice it with the timer? So we will be providing you the para jumbles, a lot of practice questions here in the daily practice set in the mock test series. The link of the mock test series you will be getting in the description. The main important part is we will be providing you the daily instructions, how you need to read about verbal, how you need to study about reasoning, how you need to study about quant, and a lot of practice questions, because in this mock test series already 1000 plus questions are included. 1000 plus, it's a huge score. And in the daily practice we are providing the important topics with the questions. Okay, so all the important topics with the practice sets you will be getting here in the daily test for practice. Okay, and 7 mock tests we have provided, a full mock test of TCS including the whole pattern. So 7 mock tests you will be getting of TCS. And then apart from this you will be getting the practice set. All the practice sets will be including around 300 questions each topic. For verbal you will be getting 300 questions for practice. For reasoning you will be getting 300 questions for practice. For quant you will be getting 300 questions for practice. Also cheat sheet, coding sheet, and previous year coding collection. So in this coding sheet you will be getting the previous year TCS NQT coding collection. Also they ask very similar questions to other MNCs. That's why the whole collection with the MNCs you will be getting. And the most important part, don't forget to join the WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group you will be getting all the instructions how you need to study. So this is a complete series, and we will be providing you a lot of questions to practice with timer. So you can purchase it. Already the response is very very great. The massive response we got, like almost every student is shocked that how this series is so good in such low price. Okay, don't go for the price. You might be think it is only for 200 rupees, might be it will be not good, but no, don't go for the price. The price will not reflect you the course image. Okay, actually the course is very good. Okay, so you can purchase it, the mock test series course. The link will be in the description. Now let's talk about the para jumbles. Okay, so we will be solving the para jumbles, and we will be सबसे पहले understanding the rules of para jumbles. Okay, so let's talk about the rules. Okay, so these are some rules which we should know, and after understanding the rules we will be going with the para jumbles. Okay, so the first point is identify the open sentence. Suppose if you have done this now, already your 50% question is solved. How your 50% question is solved? You will be getting around five sentence. Okay, in 5 sentence you need to identify that which sentence will be the opening sentence of the sequence. So if you already know what will be the opening sentence of the sequence, already your 50% problem is solved. This is the most important crucial part, the first step, in which we need to identify the opening sentence. Okay, so this is very very important. Just understand this point. Okay, spot the mandatory pairs. Okay, so what is mandatory pairs? So mandatory pairs is basically a situation and effect of the situation. Okay, so suppose someone is saying that my son got fever. Okay, so he got fever, now he cannot walk properly. So these both sentences are connected. Okay, because of fever he cannot walk properly because of the weakness. So fever is the reason, correct? So both are the sentence, the both sentences are merged with one situation, or we can say the both sentences are in the form of a pair. Okay, so the both sentence will come together. Okay, so these kind of pairs we need to identify. Third is use the transition words. Okay, so transition words are also very important to build the relationship between two sentences. So however, therefore, meanwhile, this kind of words are the transition words which we need to identify, which are building the relation between two sentences. Okay, track the pronouns. Okay, so this, these, such, he, she, etc. So pronouns will be pointing out to someone. Okay, pronouns will be pointing out to someone. So pronouns will help us to identify the previous sentence of it. So suppose we are using somewhere the pronoun, so pronoun will be helping out what could be the previous sentence of that. Okay, so this would be another one thing. Chronological clues like first then finally, so this kind of words could be there which we can use to identify the sequence. Tone and the flow, so this is the most important again. We will read the whole sequence and we will find the flow. We will try to identify the flow of the paragraph of the sentence. Okay, then practice with the option, most important part. uh, See, main important part is the more and more questions you will be practicing here, Okay, the more and more questions you will be practicing here, you will be become you will become perfect in parajumbles. Okay, main cheese main thing is practice. Okay, so the more and more you will practice, you will become perfect in this. Okay, but again, I am just reminding you that it is a type in the box kind of questions. These are not MCQ. So we actually need to read the whole sequence, and after reading the whole sequence, we need to type the correct order. Okay, there will be no MCQ in the actual exam. So let's start with the question number one, and I will be explaining you with the rules how can we solve these kind of question. Okay, let's start quickly. Rearrange the following sentence from a coherent paragraph. Okay, so the A's, but the exact origins of the game are unclear. This is the first. Today, chess is played by a million worldwide. Chess is believed to have originated in India around the 6th century. From India, it is spread to Persia and then to Europe. It was known as Chaturanga in ancient India. Okay, now first thing is we need to find the opening sentence. This is our first task. Okay, so if we want to find out the opening sentence here, okay, see, first we need to understand the tone of the paragraph. So the tone of the paragraph is from past to present. Okay, so whenever this kind of tone we have, we first because this paragraph is talking about the past, because we have seen something related to ancient, and we have something related to present, so present will be today. Okay, so this kind of transaction we can see here in the paragraph from past to present. Okay, this thing first we identified. So if we identify the past to present transition, first we need to identify the sentence with the appropriate, the most past statement. Okay, so the most past statement in the whole sequence will be this one, which is origin, because origin is always the first one, because when we are discussing about any topic, first we will start with the origin, that how the thing is starting, or the introduction of the thing. So now see this. Chess is believed to have originated in India around the 6th century. So 6th century, the most past statement. Okay, the most past statement. Also, we are talking about the origination, originated. That's why it will be our opening sentence. Many candidates can get confused in this kind of question. That's why I am solving this, because yes, it is little bit confusing, but I am just explaining you how to do the things. And while we will practicing the questions like this in the future video also, we will be practicing, you will become perfect in this. Okay, so this will be our first sentence, which is C. Okay, so C is our first. Now C is eliminated. Okay, okay, so we originated, so chess is believed to we have originated in India around the 6th century. Okay, now after origination we need to define the thing. So what is the thing which is defining it? It was known as Chaturanga in ancient India. Okay, because we are now giving the description of it, or we are defining it. Okay, that we originated it and we defined it as a Chaturanga in ancient India. So this would be our next sentence, which is E. Okay, so C and D, E is also eliminated. Okay, now we have three sentences, but the exact origin of the game are unclear. Today, chess is placed by the millions worldwide. From India, it is spread to Persia and then to Europe. Okay, now think about it. Today, the chess is placed by millions worldwide. Okay, it is a present statement, and are both of these are the past statement. Okay, the past statement. So that's why A and D will come before, and this one, which is B, will come in last. Okay, so we have the sequence like C. Okay, so then after C we have E, we have B at the last. We Okay, so we already know there is C, then E. Okay, A, we are left with A and D. Okay, so we need to place them. Okay, so C is chess is believed to have originated in India around the 6th century. So already we talked about the origin. Then we talked about it was known as Chaturanga in ancient India. Okay, so both the things we have told. Okay, now from India it spread to Persia and then to Europe. Okay, but the exact origin of the game are unclear. So but means giving the reasoning. Okay, is this reasoning related to this one? If this reasoning is related to this one, then we will place it after it. So from India it spread to Persia and then to Europe, but the exact origin of the game are unclear. So this is not related to the combined sentence which we talk about. So from D sentence, A has no relationship. Okay, that's why we will place A before, because A has the relationship with C and E. Because chess is believed to have originated in India. It was known as Chaturanga in ancient India, but the exact origin, because we have talked about the origin before. Okay, so it will come after. So that's why C, E, then A. Okay, because it has the relationship with C and E. Okay, because we were talking about the origins. So CEA, then it will come D. From India, it spreads to Persia and then to Europe, and then it will come B. Today, chess is played by millions worldwide. Okay, so this would be our correct formatting. Now you will be wondering, okay, I might get confused for this, that this is the correct wondering, but if you will practice more and more, definitely you will able to do it. Okay, so that's how we do it. Okay, maybe there are some confusions, but when we will practice it more and more, it will be clear, like how we are doing the things, how we are placing the original sentence, how we are seeing the relationship between the sentence. So no problem. Okay, so this was our first question. Okay, so let's go with the second one. Rearrange the following sentence. Okay, okay, so this one is, however, many people don't drink enough water daily. Water is essential for all bodily function. Okay, so water is essential for all bodily function. Okay, so while reading this, definitely it will be our opening sentence. Okay, so our opening sentence will be, water is essential for all bodily function. Okay, this will be our opening sentence. This can lead to dehydration, health issues. Doctor recommended at least 8 glass per day. It helps in digestion, circulation, and temperature regulation. Okay, after giving the introduction, what is essential for all bodily function, means our flow is going with B. After B, it should be the description. So water description, because here you can see it. So it helps in digestion, circulation, and temperature regulation. So E, because we already give the introduction, and also water helps in digestion, circulation, temperature regulation. So we are giving the description of water. After it, okay, after it, basically the contrast will come. Okay, contrast will come, that it helps in digestion, circulation, and temperature regulation. However, many people don't drink enough water daily. So the quality of the water, but however is building the relation between two sentence. It helps in digestion, circulation, and temperature regulation. However, many people don't drink enough water daily. So we are building the relationship between two sentence. So that's why A will come here. Okay, now water daily. Okay, we are talking about many people don't drink water daily. Now again we are building the relation. This can lead to dehydration and health issues, because we are connecting both sentence. Okay, because of this, we are not drinking enough water, and the things we are relating with this sentence, that this can lead to dehydration and health issues. So C will come here. And then doctor recommends at least 8 classes per day. Basically a conclusion sentence. Okay, so conclusion sentence will come at end. So it should be D. So B, E, A, C, D, it would be our answer. This is wrong. B, this answer is given wrong. So B, E, A, C, D will be our answer here. Okay. Next question. Rearrange the following sentence to form a passage. Okay. Okay, so Priyanka was walking home from school. Okay, just see here the all five sentence. I think this will be our opening sentence, which is B. Okay, Priyanka was walking home from school. Okay, it is our opening statement. After that, um suddenly she noticed something shiny in the grass. Okay, we are building the relationship. Okay, so Priyanka was walking home from school. Suddenly she noticed something shiny in the grass, because she is walking. After walking, she suddenly noticed something. So it should be BA. Okay, so after that, she noticed, uske baad, it was a gold necklace with a small pendant. She picked it up, decided to take it to police station. Definitely it will come before it, I think. Okay, no, it will come after it. Okay, she bent down to take a close. Okay, so E should come here. B A E. Okay, B A E, because Suddenly she noticed something shiny in the grass. She bent down to take a closer look. Okay, so BAE. Okay, she bent down to take a closer look. Okay, it was a gold necklace with a small pendant, because she bent down to take a closer look. So she just bent down because she was not sure what was it. Then she saw it. So after seeing, she identified that it was a golden necklace with a smaller pendant. She picked it up and decided to take to the police station. So D will come here. Okay, so it should be BAE, C and D. Okay, so this whole story is based on the relations, okay, or the actions, you can say. First she was walking home from school. Okay, then she noticed something in the shiny in the grass. She bent down to take the closer look. It was a gold necklace with a small pendant. She picked it up and decided to take to the police station. So our correct answer will be BAECD. Okay, so this will be our correct answer. Okay, BAECD. Okay, next one. Uh, so see, we are solving so many questions. Also, again, I will repeat. Many English rules are covered here in the free playlist, which you can take a look. Now we are practicing the para jumbles for your TCS. Okay. Also, in the mock test, you will get a lot of questions with timers. Not only English. In English, everything is available here. Your reasoning, maths, everything. Previous year question based mock test will be there for practice, and everything is available. Okay, so don't miss to purchase this, and WhatsApp group, please join it. Okay, all the instructions will be provided there. Okay, so fourth one, this makes them too difficult to detect early. Okay, not this one. Regular health checkups are there for essential. Many diseases show no symptoms in their initial stage. Early detection, cancer are diabetic. Okay, so definitely the opening sentence will be C. Okay, many disease show no symptoms in their initial stages. Okay, so this will be our opening sentence, because we are opening our sentence that many disease shows no symptoms in their initial stage. Okay, after C, early detection greatly improves treatment outcomes. Cancer and diabetes are example of such disease. This make them difficult to detect early. Okay, so many disease such show no symptoms in the initial stage. Now, if we define the sentence, we will give a example of it. Cancer and diabetes are example of such a disease. Okay, so after C, it should be E. Okay, because first of all we have the opening sentence. Now we will give the example, like what kind of disease will be it. So after C, it should be E. Okay, now cancer and diabetes are the example of such disease. Early detection greatly improves the treatment outcome. Regular health checkups are therefore essential. This makes them difficult to detect early. Okay, so now we defined the whole disease. Now we will give, this makes them difficult to detect early. Okay, this makes them difficult to detect early. Okay, so C, E and A. Now if we are difficult to detect them early, okay, the regular health checkups are therefore essential. This should come, or early detection greatly improve the treatment outcomes. Okay, if you will read clearly here. Okay, so this makes them difficult to detect early. Now we are ending the sentence with early. Okay, but if we are ending the sentence with early, then we will give a reasoning like this. Okay, why we are talking about early? Because early detection greatly improves the treatment outcome. So D will come here. Okay, so CEAD, because we are ending the sentence with early, this makes them difficult to detect early. Early detection greatly improves the treatment outcomes. Okay, after that, regular health checkups are therefore essential, because this is our conclusive sentence, or a last sentence which we can say. Okay, so this was a easy one. Okay, because it was almost clear after reading the whole situation. So CEADB. Okay, this will be our answer. Okay, now let's go with the fifth one and last one for this video, which is, the first modern computer was invented in 1940s. Okay, so definitely I think this should be our first sentence, because the first sentence will be the introduction of the past statement. Okay, so again it is from past to present. which we discussed in the first question. So past to present we will move. The first modern computer was invented in 1940s. Okay. Then what happened in the past, that is important. We will go from past to present. Okay. So these early computers filled entire rooms. Okay. Because we are just defining the computers. Okay. So from A, it should go A to E. Okay. After E, we will move forward with the past. Okay. Which is today computers are integral part of lives. No, it is talking about today. Since then they have become smaller, faster and more powerful. So we talked about they filled the entire room. Now we are talking about smaller, faster and more powerful. Definitely we are building the relationship between these two sentences, because here we are using since then. Since then means we are using some past statement, and now we are talking about some present thing. Okay, so that's why with A E it should be C. Since then they have become smaller, faster and more powerful. Okay, now today, computers are integral part of our lives. They are used in education, business, and entertainment. Okay. Now we need to place B and D. Okay. Now clearly think about it that we are using they. Okay, they. That means we are defining something which is already introduced. Okay, because it is a pronoun. So a thing which we already introduced, we are talking about that. So we are introducing them in this sentence, which is today. So we are introducing the computers of today in this sentence, which is today computers are integral part of lives. They are used in education, business and entertainment. So this should be our last sentence. So it should be A, E, C, B and D. Okay. So A, E, C, B, D should be there. Okay. So this is our first set of questions. We will practice more, so it will become more clear. I hope this video will be helping you a lot. Mock test link you will be getting in the description. We have the WhatsApp group also, which you can join, and also daily practice sets you will be getting here for the practice, and a lot of things are available. Link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching.